There are any number of misconceptions that people have about entrepreneurship. Perhaps the biggest one, the most common one, is the belief that entrepreneurs are born rather than it being a learned mindset and skill. And the reality is, it's about a very specific mindset and skill set. For instance, the ability to see an opportunity in every problem is a very entrepreneurial quality, and this is something you can learn. The next one is a bias for action. You and I might see something and even recognize it as an opportunity, but then that's not enough. You have to act on it. That's the second quality. A third quality is resourcefulness. Most entrepreneurs who are successful actually start with very few resources. What matters is the ability to bootstrap yourself. Another mindset quality is tenacity. The one thing you're guaranteed is the journey is going to be difficult. Every day will bring new problems, and you have to just persevere and not give up. That's a mindset issue. Some people are born with more or less of these qualities, but every one of us can get better at these with practice. In fact, some of the most successful entrepreneurs are successful on their second or third innings. And in fact, the first time they basically are learning about what it's actually going to take. So I'd say this is one common misconception. The second one is, entrepreneurs are huge risk takers. That's again not true, because in reality, most successful entrepreneurs don't take crazy risks. They take very calculated risks. And essentially, what they're very good at is feeling their way into the future by testing their assumptions. So you test your assumptions, you build prototypes, and you find inexpensive ways of learning. And rarely do you bet the company. A third one is there's a belief that, if you're going to become rich. Again, that's wildly delusional. In reality, entrepreneurship is often a difficult road with many challenges. There can be financial hardship along the way. It requires intense hours, years of perseverance. And at the end of the day, only 5% of startups succeed, and a much smaller fraction actually become really wealthy. So wealth and becoming rich can't be the primary motivation. You've really got to want to solve a problem or build a business. And the wealth that comes is often a byproduct or consequence. And the final thing I would say is, again, the belief that you've got to raise a lot of money in order to start a business. And certainly when you look at the last few years when money was cheap, many of these big unicorns raised a huge amount of capital, perpetuating this misconception. But when you look at some of the most spectacular entrepreneurs and startups, whether it's Narayan Murthy, who's famously started with a 10,000 rupee loan from his wife Sudha, or Steve Jobs, who starts Apple in a garage, most successful businesses start on an absolute shoestring. But again, you bootstrap your way to success.